Welcome to the August 6, 2018 Advance Report for McGowanGroup clients and NetWorthRadio.com listeners. Join us each and every week right here on YouTube. I'm Spencer McGowan, your financial weatherman, for a fast-paced tour of the global financial markets and strategy discussion you just can't get anywhere else. YouTube, McGowan Group. This week's chart starts with the Dow Jones Industrial Average 5-year history. Notice that rally, wow, from 2016 post-election to right here. I'm going to show you the underlying fundamentals of an anticipatory market that could be range-bound, as we've been discussing. Strategy in a range-bound market was underscored this week by Warren Buffett predicting a near minus 2% forward return on the S&P 500. Earnings are catching up with the incredible rally that we've already had. And you can see the Dow here around 25,300, in between the 26.5 and the near 23,000 overnight lows of the winter storm. Now we get to what's really intriguing. Look at this earnings explosion. This is the second quarter of 2018, projected to be about $37 for the quarter after tax for the S&P 500 unit. Puts the market 20-something times earnings, maybe about 20 forward. And look at what's projected to happen. The data for the third quarter already being compiled says those earnings top $40 after hitting 25 back in 2015. You can see an earnings-driven market, but the anticipation occurred before 26,500 on the Dow. What could be cheap? Well, there's already been a bear cycle here. The burnt orange graph, appropriately enough, is oil. We'll get to some West Texas stats here in just a second. And if we look at the pipeline index, which generally follows oil, what we see right here is a differential with oil closing the week around $68, $69. And of course, the pipeline index beginning to catch up with this week's massive deal announcement. Energy Transfer Partners, based right at Preston Center in Dallas, joining the parent company in a share exchange, up 10% in a single day, driving the pipeline index relative strength much, much higher. The differential between these two, if pipelines based on this low catch up to oil, there's still about 120% differential. That would be a gain potential over 5 to 10 years, not without price risk, but with some nice cash flow along the way. We'll discuss it more in this weekend's program at NetWorthRadio.com. Interest rates. Federal Reserve left the overnight bank lending rate 1 3/4 base, 2% on the top end. The T-bill's already visited 2% or near it. The Treasury bill, you can see, follows the Fed funds. What we've got right here is the 5-year Treasury note moving to 2.85%. This is the short-term interest rate right here. That's a 1.96 on the T-bill. And here we look at the 30-year Treasury, still stable at about 3.1%. Will the Federal Reserve halt their short-term interest rate dictation increases between now and January? The answer is highly likely, according to Bloomberg probabilities that we covered last week. Now, what is this? Well, this is a huge appreciation right here. You can see Texas Pacific land. It was created with the Texas Pacific Railroad bankruptcy in the 1880s. It's near 1 million acres out in West Texas. A lot of it happens to be in the Permian. It tops $800 a share after spending some time at about $100 all the way back in 2013. An 8-fold gain for Texas Pacific land. They don't distribute much income, but it is notable. We're going to talk about the University of Texas endowment and the Texas A&M endowment in the second half of this week's long play program. The value of West Texas land skyrocketing, and TPL, based right here in Dallas, is a great example. I'm Spencer McGowan, President, McGowan Group, your financial weatherman. Join us each and every week right here. Subscribe, because when there's fast-breaking news in the financial markets, you'll have a special report right in your inbox, and you can get a first-hand tour of the global financial markets. Thank you for joining us. My firm, McGowanGroup Asset Management, sponsors NetWorthRadio.com and, of course, our YouTube channel under McGowan Group. Some educational disclosures and discussions that I wanted to add to the broadcast. The first is, I'm very proud of our team, including Stephen Norris, who will be added as soon as we redo the picture. He's our newest team member. Come down, meet the team that cares, get a written plan, because the securities we discuss, the financial news we discuss, that's not a recommendation until you actually come down and get a customized plan at the Crescent. You'll get a tour, and we look forward to seeing you. We're going to cover value at risk of loss in portfolios, and you can see it right here. Learn about our performance, what happened in 2008, how long did it take to recover. All of those items are posted right here at NetWorthRadio.com or the McGowanGroup.com. The other part of the program, when we look at price fluctuations in bear markets and risk control, that's a huge part of NetWorthRadio.com. We look forward to helping you advance your plan and your cash flow. Come down and meet the team that cares.